Hey guys, Jason Leno here, back in front of the camera for you guys once again, but this time with a little story. That's right, I'm going to give you another little insight into my past, but this time touching base on my back injury. So it's going to be a little bit longer than normal, so take the time now to go get yourself a snack and a drink. Don't worry, I'll wait. Alright, we're good? Alright, let's get started. So, about 2.5 years ago, I ended up, more or less, jacking up my back pretty bad in the pursuit to a heavier deadlift. Now, the reason why that all happened was, at the time, I was just breaking about 150 pounds, and I was able to pull 405, 415 pounds, no problem. Well, I wouldn't say no problem, a bit of a struggle, but being that weight and pulling that kind of weight, I was getting more attention than I ever expected. More or less probably because in my town, there's not a lot of people my size who can lift the kind of weight that I can lift. So naturally, right away, I started getting interested in competitions, because if I can lift, this much weight and I'm getting this much attention here, what's not to say I can't do the same in a competition? So I went online, looked at the OPA records, and realized that the weight class I would have went for, I believe, was like the 62 kilogram class. Either way, it would have been like 145. The record for the deadlift at the time was about 427, I believe, and considering I was pulling like 415, I was determined to be able to smash that. Like, what's 20 pounds, right? I can hit 20 pounds, do a peak, break past 427, and be the new Ontario record holder. So I started hitting the weights hard, and I mean hard. Wasn't the best decision, but we make mistakes. So the method I was actually trying to do was kind of a range of motion training, which ideally is actually pretty good training style. However, I wasn't really doing it with the best weight. I was pretty much lifting as heavy as I could and just keep pushing myself from there. No progressive peak or nothing like that, just heavy weights all the time, and I would eventually get there. So one day I got to a point where I was doing my upper half of my deadlift, which is a rack pull on this day, and I was like, okay, just hit 425, you'll be good. Went, hit 425, felt easy. Felt on cloud nine, said, man, I am like super strong. I'm tapping into my inner superhero. I'm gonna go for a gusto. I'm gonna try to pull 5 plates, 495. Put it on, went to pull it, couldn't even budge it. But I was like, oh, ha, 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 that's just my ego. Let's meet halfway. Let's go to 455. If I can pull 455, this will put the nail in the coffin when it comes to being able to pull 427 on that day I finally sign up for the competition. So I go, put 455 on, and I'm just getting hyped. I'm starting to pace around the gym. I'm starting to breathe heavy. I'm starting to try to tap into all the adrenaline I can. Walk up to the bar, give it a good grip, and give it a pull. Hit it 3 times, touch and go. Put the weight down. I felt like I won the freaking Super Bowl. I was so stoked. I was like, this is amazing. I'm gonna do it. I felt this like over sense of pride. I'm like, man, I gotta videotape this. I gotta show everybody. So I went, set up my camera, and I was just already excited and super pumped up. I'm like, I'm gonna go do it again. Went, grabbed the bar, and then hit it. But this time, I didn't pull a weight. I pulled my back. It was actually something I've never really experienced before, and actually kind of put me in a sense of shock. I started, trying to catch my breath. I actually dropped down to my knees because I didn't really know what to think. I didn't know if it was just a simple pulled muscle or if I pretty much crippled myself, because this is the first time anything like this has ever happened to me. So after a couple moments, realizing that I wasn't a paraplegic, I then, made my way up to my feet, put the weights away, and shuffled my way home, where I then took a ass kicking from my girlfriend for being a complete idiot and hurting myself. But after I swallowed my pride and accepted my fate, I decided to just take the time off the gym, take some time off work, and just pretty much lay in bed and try to relax, recuperate, until to the point where I can pretty much get up and tie my shoes without being in complete excruciating pain once again. So when that time came, as idiotic as I was, instead of taking some more time off and getting things checked out, I decided to hit the gym once again. But this time I told myself I wasn't going to be stupid. I wasn't going to only try to lift heavy. I was actually going to try to be sensible about it and do a progressive, range of just gradually putting myself up to a heavier weight. Basically percentage work. But the thing is, with the percentage work I used to try to do, being as ignorant as I was to actual strength training, it went like this. So say I could pull 405 for one. Well, that totally meant in my world I could pull 390 for two or 380 for three. Well, I pretty much just dropped the weights in 10-pound increments and said that was a decent amount of percentage, which is not right whatsoever. And pretty much ended up kicking myself in the ass again. But this time, this is how it went. So I warmed myself up with 365, and I told myself, today I'm gonna do it for 8 because I gotta get geared up, ready to go back on the path to that glory. So I started pulling 365 for 8, touch and go. But when I got to the 4th rep, and I would say, I think it was around 4 inches, I broke the bar off the ground, so I was 4 inches off the ground, and I felt my back pull again. But this time, since I was so pumped up, full of adrenaline from lifting the volume I was lifting that day, I kept pulling. And I don't know how to describe this. It was the weirdest feeling in my life. Basically, the best way to describe it is picture somebody taking something like, your hair or your skin, or hell, even in this point, your muscle, and grabbing it and pulling it, and then until you feel that pain. But keep pulling it, and keep pulling it, and keep pulling it. So I essentially felt the pain and kept pulling until the pain got gradually so bad that I realized, amongst all the hormones that were going on that day, that something bad was happening. So immediately just dropped the weight on the floor, and I'm like, oh shit, I did it again. I pulled my back. But this time, I also felt something different. I did not only just have an excruciating pain in my lower back, I had an excruciating pain in my groin, which if you're a guy, you would understand right away that is like red flag, complete panic. I did not know what happened. I was legitimately scared. So after getting my, composure back together, I put the weights away, went home, and this time, instead of feeling the wrath of my girlfriend, she's like, dude, you gotta go to the hospital. There's something bad wrong with you. If you're feeling this way, you have to go. So I ended up taking time off work, going to the hospital, getting checked out, and the doctor came up to me and said, like, listen, you've messed up your back pretty bad, and you're done lifting. You're at least for 6 months to a year. And when he said that, I pretty much wanted to cry. I did not know what to think. I was hating myself because I set this goal for myself and I chose the stupidest path I possibly could to get to it, and I completely ruined everything. Every gain I ever did, everything was destroyed, in my opinion, at that moment, and I did not know what to feel. After him going on, telling me all these methods, or saying, or I could just go to physio, I ended up going home. And pretty much, like, just with my head held low, like, dropped to the floor, just complete and utter disgust with myself, just destroyed, I decided to, bite the bullet, go to physio, accept my fate. Like, if I'm down for 6 months to a year, I'm down to 6 months to a year, but at least I won't be a crippled old man. So I ended up going to physio, getting checked out, getting reviewed, and they told me what happened was I ended up straining my lower thoracic muscle in my left side of my back so bad that it was inflaming and affecting my sciatic nerve, which was causing the pain in my groin. So right away, I was happy to know I didn't destroy my junk and I just messed up my nerves, which I don't know how I should feel about that nerve damage or destroyed junk, but at the time, destroyed junk was not really something I wanted to focus on, so I was happy about the nerves. But either way, got right to it, got right to physio, Started doing everything and anything they told me to do and recommended for me to do. I started doing the stretches, getting the massages, going through like the electrotherapy, which sounds excruciating, but it's more like those little like probes they put on your muscles, and it just kind of sits there and pulses and shocks and helps release the tension. Went through that and just kept at it. And heaven behold, within a month, I was able to go back to the gym. So doctor, if you're listening, screw you, man. Was back within a month. But yeah, surprisingly enough, I was back within a month. Like, I have all the respect in the world for my physiotherapist, because they essentially saved me from probably a good chunk of depression for a while. But either way, it's back within a month doing the standard lifts. But this time, and I mean it, this time, I actually did a better approach. I went and took the time while being off from the gym to learn as much as I could, because I caught the bug and I wanted to actually pursue powerlifting, but I did not want to hurt myself like I did that day. So that is why, no matter what you guys do, always be sensible about it. Because you will have lapses of judgment like this. But guess what? It happens. Sometimes we get caught up in it. But luckily, because I've experienced what I've experienced, I was able to catch myself before I completely wrecked myself, and know that right now, in this moment, I needed to take time off from heavy strength training and gear myself to just kind of more rehab, muscle building, so I can ultimately be a stronger version of myself come this September. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Hopefully it wasn't too long. Hopefully you guys are going to learn something from my mistakes. So yeah, that's, like I said, pretty much it. So do me that favor, go down below, drop me some comments, because I'd love to hear what you have to say. I would love to hear if you'd like to hear a little bit more about me, more of my good and bad experiences. Doesn't matter. And also hit that like, share, and subscribe to spread that love. And I'll see you guys next time. Whoa. Hold the phone, guys. I can't finish the video just yet. I still have a draw to do. So, for everybody who participated in the free swag giveaway, I want to thank you. It's been fun. But honestly, I know what you're waiting for, so let's get the results. Alright. So, your winner is Iron 3624. Congratulations. So this is how it's going to work. In order for you to get your prize, your big box of free swag, all you got to do is contact me through Facebook or YouTube, and I can send it to you. Simple as that. And if you don't contact me within the week, I'll still try to contact you, but if it goes on too long, I'm just going to give the swag away. So hopefully you're watching. If not, we're going to play a little. But guys, that's the end of the video. That is it. We are done. See you next time.